Release your application. Hello, everyone. We will learn right now how to publish your application on Google Play in this video. So, as a result of some pretty great efforts, right? I mean, you really need to pat yourself on the back. You've made it this far. You've got a great application. You can publish your application on Google Play. You can be a registered developer for Android. So we opened the Google Developer account in the previous video. So now I will go to the Google Play Developer page. So this is the Google Play Developer account. Your account page will look like this, except you will not see this application information because you've not published anything yet. So I published 7 applications, and this is information about my applications. So after you created your developer account, you will see this Google Play console page. And there are some menu options here, such as all applications, game service, download report, and so on. And I'll click on Create Application button, and it will open this page. Default language, English. Now you can also support other languages on this page as well. So then you need to give a title to your application here. And what will I do? I'll write to-do list and click on the Create button. And then this page will open. So first you will need to write a brief explanation of your application in this section. When users will be searching for applications on Google Play, they will see your application title as well as this explanation. And I'll write some explanation here. You can write whatever you like. You can even have written it beforehand and just copy and paste it here. So after that, you're going to write a full description of your application. So that means that when the users want to learn more information before they download your application, they will read this explanation. You know how it works. You've been there. So now you need to add an icon of your application. So this icon size has to be 512 by 512 pixels. And this is the icon that the users will see. Title and brief explanation on Google Play the first time with your application. Now I've already prepared an icon before, so I will add this icon and continue. After you load your icon, you can see what it will look like on Google Play. All right, so in this section, you will need to add screenshots of your application. Now you have to add at least 2 screenshot photos. If you have tablet screenshots, you can add them as well. If you develop for other devices, you can use those screenshots too. Now I've prepared 2 screenshots for this. I will select these 2 photos and add them here. And then after that, you need to bring a big size photo of your application here. So this is also a necessary field. This photo size has to be 1024 by 500 pixels. And I've already prepared this photo, so I'm going to add this photo. Now I'm using the same photo every time. You don't have to use the same photo. Also, I changed the size of the photo every time, and it, of course, doesn't look that good in the photo, but you really should use some really good images, of course, and the exact sizes for your applications, because this part is also about marketing your application I'm just showing you how to do it. Not an example of aesthetics. All right, so I added this photo too. Now, if you want, you can add an introduction video, some gameplay or something, whatever. Of course, this to-do list is not a game, but you know what I mean. First, you will upload your video on YouTube, and then you can just write in its link or copy and paste it here. So that way people can watch this video right here on this page. Okay, so after this is complete, you will need to select the type of your application. And of course, there are two options, games and applications. You can choose one of them according to the type of your application. Of course, I will select the applications option. So now you need to select a category. So you can select one of them, and I will select lifestyle, I guess. Now, if you have a website for your particular application, you can write its address here. And you will need to write a mail address here. It's also a necessary part so that the users will see this email address and can send you email about your application using this address. You can use a particular or special email address in this part. It's up to you. And you can write a phone number in this field. This one is not necessary, but this part is important. So you need to prepare a privacy policy and publish it on the web. After that, you need to write its address in this field, and you can do that using Google Drive. So the privacy policy can change according to your application. You can prepare this with a lawyer, but also you can read the user data policy section and prepare it yourself. So for now, I will check not submitting a privacy policy URL at the current time section. Okay, so now this part is ready, so I'll click on Save Draft. So this is the first part. The store listing is checked. We need to finish these 3 parts to publish our application. So to continue, we will need to upload an APK file. And I will click APK Release section. And of course, it gives us some options here. You can release an alpha or beta version of your application. And then after you publish these versions, you can publish the production APK file. We will publish production APK directly. We will click on the Manage button. Then I will click on the Release button. And then I will click on the Continue button. And now I can upload the APK file into this section. And I'll just click Browse File and find APK. And now it's uploading. Now, it did not upload the file. Why? Because Google Play does not accept com.example package name. So we need to change the package name. So I did this because I want to show you how to change the package name and why it's important. So now you know why it's important. So let's go to Android Studio. And you can see here the package name. So I'm going to change it. And I will click Android section and select Project Source File. And you can see the package name under the source folder. So I'm going to change example folder name, and I will right click on the example folder and select Refactor, Rename. Then I will click on Rename Package button and change package name. I'll write company as a package name. You can write whatever you want. and I'll click on the refactor button. Okay, then I'll click on the refactor button again. And now the package name is changed. And then I will change its name from the Gradle file and click the Sync Now button. I can rebuild the project again. Now, if you do this part, you won't have a problem in the next part. After that, I need to create a signed APK file again. And of course, you know the process. So I don't have to explain this part right now, right? And everything is the same. And then after Android Studio finishes the build, I will go back to Google Play Console again. And I'll click on Upload Another APK File button. And then I will click on the Browse File button, select New APK File. And now you can see that it is uploading the APK file. Excellent. So the APK file has uploaded successfully. Now, if you notice here, it gave the 1.0 code automatically. So if you want, you can change this code. You can write something about new features of your application. I'm not going to write anything here. And then I will click on the Save button, and then I'll click on the Review button. And you can see here, Start Rollout, the production button is not clickable because we have to finish these sections. So I'll click on Content Rating. And you have to write an email address here. And you do have to confirm it. Not just anybody can get through these steps, right? So after that, you need to select your app category. I will select the entertainment category. And you need to read these explanations and select your application category according to these explanations. So after that, you need to explain and answer some of these questions about your application. You'll need to answer honestly these questions because it will rate your application, and then people will be able to download your application according to this rating. So if you answer these questions without being honest, you will be punished. Won't get into that now, but just know there are consequences. So you can read these questions carefully and answer as honestly as you can. And then you can click on Save Questionnaire, and it will save your answers. Now, click on the Calculate Rating button. And my application rating is Peggy 3. I will click on Apply Rating, and now the content rating is checked. So after that, I will go to the App Content section. And to continue on to this section, I will need to finish the Pricing and Distribution section. I'll first go to the Pricing section. And first I have to select the application type. Is my application free or is it paid? This is important because if you select the free option, you will never be able to change it. I'm going to select free. And then you will choose in which countries you want your application to be published. And I'm just going to select all of the countries because I want to publish my application to the entire planet. And then I will select whether the application contains ads or not. And I'm going to select no. Now, if you want to add ads, you can change this option later. So after this, it's optional. And you can read and select some options. And now I'm going to click on the Save Draft button. Now, there are some missing points, and I will check them and then click the Save Draft button again. All right, so now pricing and distribution have gone through. They're all checked. After that, I'm going to go to the app content section, and I will select target age group in this section. And if you select the under 13 age group, you have to add a privacy policy. So I'll check above the age of 18 and then click on the next button. After that, you'll need to decide whether your application will be shown to children or not. So you need to read this part very carefully and click according to your particular answer. Right now, I'm just going to click no and then click on the next button. And now you can review your answers and click the submit. So now the app content section is ready. And I can go to the app release section. And I will click on Edit Release. Then I'll click on the Review button. Now it's time to celebrate. So after you click this button, your application will be published to Google Play, and people around the world will be able to download it. So that's how you publish applications on Google Play. I've got some great stuff coming up in the next video, so I want to see you there.